Hi, my name is Connor Norris, and my project was on lithospheric formation through technology. This project was purposed for addressing misconceptions related to this topic in earth science classes and addressed more specifically with that in the use of technology. As you may be able to guess from the title of my project, the background of this is a science-based classroom, with the topic of it being earth and environmental science classes. I have interest in these topics for multiple reasons. One of which is that my bachelor's is in environmental freshwater ecology. Second, my love for science started in high school, earth science and environmental science. Both of these play key roles in the interest into my topic. The grade level that I suggest for this topic is for high school grades 9 through 12. However, depending on the student, it could start earlier. The North Carolina Essential Standard that I am using for this project is EEN.2.1, which states, explain how processes and forces affect the lithosphere. For the lesson plan that is linked with this project, I'm using a 5E style format where I will engage and interact with students using technology and inquiry-based learning methods. Where other than a few assignments, most lectures will be based off questioning methods and working with online tools by using the Smartboard and Smartboard related technologies. When looking at the technology that I've used for this project, the two that I have chosen through Smartboard technology is simulation and social technology, also known as personal response systems. The reason why I've chosen these tools is due to my experience with them as a student in the past, and with that, my ability to turn them around in lessons and use them well as an instructor in my lessons. These differences can be seen on my concept map, which I'll show you in the next page. The first difference between the two technologies are that they have different purposes. The simulation technology within the Smartboard allows students to have hands-on experience with certain practices to a certain degree, while the social technology allows for easier communication, such as through Jamboard, and a quick way to reference material in the form of study games or quizzes. Like the first difference, however, the technologies have different purposes. The second difference between the two is that simulations are honestly best for teaching, especially when it comes to inquiry-based lesson plans. The simulation technology allows students to play with simulations and come up with their own conclusions, while the response systems just see where they are as a whole compared to other students. As I stated on the last slide, here is my concept map. This map was designed for the use of technology in a lesson or unit that would address the misconception that you can now see in yellow, that would come from the outside factors such as lack of knowledge in subject or classmates as seen in red. Using Smartboard technology, we can see that two technologies could be used to counter these issues: simulations in blue and social technologies in purple. The lesson plan that I have linked up with my project, however, as you can see in the dotted line, uses simulation technology for the most part in the inquiry-based learning system that I want to follow. The simulations will allow the student to get some hands-on experience with what forces affect the lithosphere and the aftermath of what cause each, such as a plate tectonics and the creations of landscapes. Even though it is not dotted, the end of the lesson plan can use social technology of personal response systems to review what they have learned, or even used at future beginning lessons for review or quizzes as well. As a reflection to this project, the learning outcomes that I want to get out of this lesson were twofold. One, to have students understand the forces behind the lithospheric change, and two, show myself the ability to address or adapt to the misconceptions with next generation technology that students will see in their lifetimes as well as be a part of. The challenge that comes with this project is understanding the limitation of technology. Every school and student is different, and in that aspect, the limitations will be different wherever you go. Sometimes the limitation will be the amount of technology that is available, where other times the limitation can be the technology itself and the fact that not one technology can do everything that is needed for the best of students. Another challenge is the interest of students from the beginning. If a student is not interested in a topic, even the best engagements might not be enough to have the student learn the topic. As for the roles played in this project in my lesson plan as well, the teacher plays the role of a guide and educator, but more of a guide. The teacher will be introducing the topic and giving some notes at times, But when it comes down to the simulations and overall projects, the teacher will have the students lead their learning through questions and playing with simulations, and will act more as a guide. That being said, the roles for students will, other than the learner, will be the peer educator, in which they'll be learning off inquiry and help other peers learn from experience seen in their simulations or other technologies. Overall, I really enjoyed this project, and it allowed me to get a larger hands-on experience with working with great past time technology that I grew up with.